All right. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Peachtree World News. My name is John.
And I'm Daniel. Thanks for joining us again on the next episode of the Peachtree World News.
So yeah, we got some great things today. We'll be talking with what's going on with DCI. We'll also learn what's going on with over in Diamond Mountain, and what else is going on there?
We got a very exciting segment on what Rob Haggerty's up to and how he's doing some incredible work to help some Ukrainian friends. We're also going to have a very special 15-minute segment with Geshe Michael at the end of the show. He's going to keep us up to speed on what he's up to and the latest book that's being released that he's working on. We're talking with YSI and Bob Serino to find out what's going on with their upcoming tours. And we're very lucky because the one and only Juan Chenzo is on location. So Juan is not here with us today in the studio, but he's on location in Guadalajara, Mexico, where he will also be doing an interview with the teachers for ACI, the wisdom teachings in Mexico. Okay, and so we're looking forward to that segment. In fact, I think we're going straight over to Juan now, right? Juan's gonna fill us in on some other news that's been going around the Worldview Network.
Yeah, he's going to give us a quick overview of everything that's going on the next the near future. So there he is, Juan. Take it away.
Good to see you, Juan.
Hey, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me well?
Yep, we got you.
Yes, awesome. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. I'm very glad to be here with all of you. Thank you for being here. So I just want to share a quick overview of everything that is happening, or at least what we know that is happening. And also invite people, like whenever you have cool news that you want to share with us so we can share with people again, just contact us, send it to us. People are really doing very, very cool things. We really appreciate when you share with us, and then everybody rejoice together. Okay, let me tell you. So first of all, Sedona College of International Management is planning a special meeting. They are gonna be meeting in Kyoto, Japan on the 7th to the 9th of December. The idea is like you can come, if you have ever attended to the Sedona College, you can come. The idea is to get to know everyone who belongs to this college. Sugeng and his wife Xing Tian are the ones organizing this. So if you're interested, really try to contact them. It's very, very, very exciting. Also, in another news, YSI is planning a special tour. They are going to be going to Nepal. They are going to be exploring the libraries where the ancient wisdom comes from. And from there, they are going to be going to India as well. This is going to be part of the Hatha Yoga Pratipika tour. Is going to be very interesting, very exciting. So if you feel like you want to attend to this tour and you want to go to the classes, Hatha Yoga Pratipika, also contact YSI. It's going to be very, very exciting. That's happening at the beginnings, mid-September. So we also have from Triules meditation teacher training happening the ends of September. Check it out. They send a special video they want to share with us. So yeah, this training, I know many people who have taken this training, is very, very deep, very, very full of knowledge. So check it out. We want to share with you this video. They are inviting people to, yeah, that's
Hi,
it.
I'm Rachel
Check it out.
Abrams. I'm here at Three Jewels Studio in New York City. Right now, we're all gearing up for our meditation teacher training in the fall, which is our 10-week, 200-hour training led by President Hector Marcel. We're raising money right now for scholarships for that teacher training. Last year, we gave away over $65,000 in scholarships, and this year we're hoping to give even more. If you're curious about the teacher training or want the link to donate, it's on our website, threejewels.com. So if you'd like to join, check out all of the application information and everything on our website, and I hope to see you there.
So there you go. There you go. That's the meditation teacher training. Is getting very famous in New York and in the whole world. Yeah, I know many people have taken this training. It's really, really cool. Check it out. Okay, so yeah, there's the poster. You can scan the QR code. Hector Marcel, I know him, is a very good friend and a great, great, great teacher. So also in some other news, Diamond Mountain is planning a very cool activities. One of them is the Sky Harvest project. They are having an international summit. It's happening very, very soon, mid-August. They're planning to reforest the whole area. It's the desert in Arizona, but hopefully soon it's not going to be a desert anymore. It's like they're really, really doing a great job bringing life to the land. So if you feel interested in this project, also don't doubt and contact Diamond Mountain. It's going to be very cool. I've been there. I mean, in Diamond Mountain, but also involved in this project. Long story short, I got sick. I couldn't work much, but it was very, very fun. Anyways, check it out. We'll talk more about it later. All right. So what else is happening? DCI is having a special, very special tour in Latin America very soon. They are visiting Geshe Michael, Francisco Puyol, Seiji Arau. They are visiting Lima, Peru, and Buenos Aires, Argentina. They are going to be spreading 7 Life Essential Tools program. It's very, very interesting what they are doing there, because not only that, they are also producing a documentary about DCI and Geshe Michael Roach. You will get to know more later. We need to go to the next thing. So also in Latin America, the Mexican teachers are planning a tour spreading the seed system wisdom. They're going to be going to different countries. They are cooking the process, but it's very exciting because in last event we have in Mexico, the retreat, Geshe Michael really encouraged them to start going, to start traveling, visiting new countries and sharing with people this beautiful, beautiful ancient wisdom. So that's cooking. That's going to happen soon as well. And then in Romania, our friends from Romania share very cool news of what they are doing. Okay, so that's I want, Gina, can you show just the pictures? Yeah, just the picture, yes, but not me. Well, anyways, it's fine. So people can see the full screen of the pictures. There is a humanitarian place called Pro Vita. It's a non-profit organization dedicated to promoting the family and protecting human life. This is run by a priest called Nicole Taur or something. Together with his family and other people, they have been helping people for more than 30 years. But since 2017, this person from Romania called Livia Soare, I think, sorry my pronunciation. She's a DCI organizer in Romania, and she has been running this charity for a long, long time. So they are really, really doing cool things. And this is Ana Ili from Romania as well. She just finished translating the Catherine book into Romanian. This is very cool, and it inspires us, other speaking language countries, to try to do the same. It's amazing that this knowledge is getting translated in many, many different countries. And last thing they share with us is like they're going to have a DCI event soon about how to deal with your addictions in Romania. So if you're living in Romania or some country nearby, you will get to know a little bit about it soon. Well, thank you very much. These are just like how do you say, general news that are happening. If you have news that you want to share with us, please contact us, send it to us. We will keep sharing with you. Back to you, Daniel, Johnny O.
Wow, awesome. Thank you so much, Juan. That's so exciting. All the news that's going around on the entire Worldview network. Thank you for giving us that little recap. And like Juan says, if you have any news that you'd like to share with us, you can send it to us at it's info@peachtreeworldnews.com. You can follow us on YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Peachtree World News. And you can follow us on Instagram, which is also Peachtree World News. We'll move right along. We're very excited, as Juan was saying, some about the upcoming YSI tour. So I think we have Bob Serino here, or maybe I'm saying his last name wrong, but he should be here with us shortly. So we can talk a little bit about the upcoming YSI tour. Are you there, Bob?
I am here, yes. Can you hear me?
All right, sweet. We can hear you loud and clear in the studio. How you doing this morning?
I'm very happy because you did pronounce my last name correctly. Thank you.
Sweet, sweet. Lucky break sometime. Cool. Well, so I'm very excited to have you today on the show. I'd like for, there he is. Oh, we get to see his face now too. Sweet. Hey, Bob.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So can we take a minute to let all of our viewers know a little bit about you? Just tell everyone a little bit about you and who you are and what you do for YSI.
Sure, yeah. So my name is Bob Serino. I live in the United States on the East Coast, not far from Philadelphia. And I grew up studying science and gardening and being an athlete. And I came across Geshe Michael's book, The Diamond Cutter, and it totally transformed the way that I approached the world. And being an athlete, people always were trying to get me to do yoga, but it's so much more fun to play tackle football than to do yoga. Until I read the book, How Yoga Works, which Michael Roach wrote, and it really transformed my relationship to my body and my mind. And so after years and years of practicing what he was teaching, there was the opportunity to volunteer for the Yoga Studies Institute. So at that time, I thought the thing that the world needed most was to learn more about compassion. And for me, yoga was a tremendous way for me to cultivate compassion and stabilize my mind. So after that, years go by, and now I direct the Yoga Studies Institute. And we're planning a really exciting fall that I encourage everybody to engage in whatever capacity they can.
Sweet, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about YSI then, and what, maybe just a quick mission statement for those who are new to our show, and then please tell us something about your exciting new event you have coming up.
Yeah, thanks. So Yoga Studies Institute, our purpose is to serve yogis with authentic wisdom. So what that means is not only are yogis people who need to serve the world using authentic wisdom from a beautiful tradition, but also for all the yogis who are practicing, we want to serve them with the authentic wisdom of a beautiful tradition. So we take classics of yoga like the Yoga Sutra, written almost 2,000 years ago by Master Patanjali, and we take the Hatha Yoga Pradipika and the Bhagavad Gita. Those are the three classics that Geshe Michael taught when he taught yoga. And we're bringing those teachings into the world in a lot of different ways. Hatha yoga, people may have heard hatha yoga, but it's this really incredible system of yoga where we use our body to approach a state of perfect meditation. And one of the really popular systems of hatha yoga that's practiced in the Worldview Network is Lady Naguma's yoga, Lady Naguma was an incredible practitioner, and her system has now reached thousands and thousands of people across the globe because of Asian Legacy Library preserving the texts and Geshe Michael being able to understand the texts, which are incredibly esoteric. But then the Yoga Studies Institute brings that down into courses to help serve yogis with authentic wisdom.
That's awesome. So we're very lucky, right? Because Geshe-la has this incredible skill of taking some of the most complicated wisdom and then turning it into like a stand-up comedy routine that everyone can enjoy and learn from. So that's awesome. So we're going to have Geshe-la presenting material for that program. And then I think some exciting tour at the end of that teaching too, right?
Yeah, so actually the next big event that we're doing is Geshe Michael did a 3-year retreat, for those of you who don't know. And in that 3-year retreat, he gave some teachings. Every 6 months, he came out and gave some teachings. So 20 years later, the Yoga Studies Institute is working to bring those teachings back into the world. So on September 2nd and 3rd, our Earl Burney is going to be going through that poem line by line. We just did 2 events where we heard beautiful students speak about it. But on September 2nd and 3rd, we're going to be going through it line by line to keep that teaching in the world. So we're really excited for that. And then after that, that's when we're doing the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And this is going to be the second one. This course it's very, very interesting. It's called Breath and the End of Breath. And so
nice poster.
Yeah, thank you. They say that Hatha Yoga is like riding a tiger because it's very powerful and it gets you to your goal quickly. And so that's why we use the tiger as our kind of key art here. So Geshe Michael will be teaching this for 10 days straight, and it's an incredible text from the 20th to the 29th. And at Diamond Mountain Retreat Center, actually, the folks there will be hosting anybody who wants to go into retreat for that teaching. So we encourage people to go there. And then we got a couple more events, Daniel. I don't know if you want to hear about them.
Sure, yeah, come on, lay it on us. This is exciting stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fall. I'm really excited because right after that we're going to Nepal with one of our organizers, Rod Diamonds. And we're going to be doing a cultural tour where we're going to be looking at the lineage roots of Lady Naguma in Kathmandu, Nepal, with John Brady and the Asian Legacy Library. And that's going to be a really special event. Lady Naguma, we have 3 different levels. So if you've taken level 1, then you can come and take this Lady Naguma level 2, which is called Triumph of the Winds. So that's going to be October 1st to 9th. And then from there, we're hopping over to India to do what is going to be the first of hopefully 7 years of programming where we're supporting a dormitory project. There's some yogis who need housing in Mysore, India. Which is the hotbed of modern, kind of Western expansion of yoga was out of that area. So we'll be doing a program called the Jewel of Sharing with Connie O'Brien and John Brady and myself, where we're going to be digging into the highest weight of the yogic approach to the perfection of giving. So that'll be October 15th to 20th.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Bob, for joining us. Just wanted to give a little recap. So if you're new and you're ready to study some incredible teachings on yoga, YSI has the full package. You can meet incredible teachers. You can study the original textbooks. You can serve. They're taking you on a project to serve. And of course, they're going to make you practice. So it's the full package. So thank you so much for joining us, Bob. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in some of those classes coming up soon.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks a lot, Bob. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Sweet. So for our next segment here, we're going to go right on over to Juan, back to Juan in Guadalajara. We have with us next Francisco Pujol, who's going to be talking about the upcoming DCI Latin America tour with Juan and a couple of our friends from Mexico. Back to you, Juan.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel. It was very cool hearing from Bob. I think YSI is one of my favorite topics. And I'm very excited to get to learn from Geshe-la, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, chapter 2. I really encourage everyone, if you have the time, if you can, sign up for that. It's very, very cool. I've been there for a few years following YSI. They are doing an amazing job. But now, check it out. I hear recently that somebody is doing a documentary about DCI and about Geshe Michael Roach. It's very exciting for me because I'm really curious. I want to know what is it about, what's going to happen. And then, you know, Mexico is part of Latin America. So we are here very excited to know that PTI is coming down and they're going to be traveling like in Lima, in Peru, Argentina. So we want to talk a little bit with Francisco Puyol. Is Francisco Puyol already here? We want to ask him, like he knows what's happening. We want to get to know as well. Let's see if he's around. Is he around? Francisco, if you're around, just put your hand up and we can log you in. No? Then we have one of the organizers here in Mexico with us. Let us know when Francisco appears. But in the meantime, we want to invite one of the Mexican teachers who's here with us. Can you help me with the camera, Rocío? Or, here we have our super dear friend, Aldo Arzapalo. And he's one of the organizers of the Mexico events. They are also planning a special tour. But for now, I just want to ask you and share with you, how was it, the last event? You organized here a very beautiful event. How was the experience? You have your microphone, cool.
Hi, Juan, thanks for having me. Yeah, we had this retreat in July. It was amazing. Geshe Michael Todd went deep in the teaching about how to develop a good heart. It was very, very beautiful.
Can you share with us, actually, that's very interesting. Can you share with us a little bit of those advices? Because I remember it was great. It was great how Geshe-la is encouraging the new generations of teachers to go out there to share the content of this beautiful seed system. And I remember you had the chance to give some classes there as well. It was beautiful. I really like them. And can you share with us a little bit of those advices, maybe the ones that you enjoy or stuck to you the most? How to develop a good heart?
Okay.
How was
it? Geshe-la taught 18 advices on how to develop a good heart. They're actually like pledges you do or practices, personal practices you do to develop a good heart. And I remember these 3 that really stuck in my mind. And one was enjoy the process, don't focus on the outcome. And I think for all the organizers and people who are working in the Dharma, for you guys working in Peachtree, it's a lot of work, technical details, cables, and sometimes you can get like a bit stressed. But a nice advice is just focus on the outcome. Enjoy the focus on the process, not on the outcome. Just enjoy the process, have fun, open your heart, and then the results will be amazing. It's hard to do, huh?
I know, I bet.
When you're an organizer, you're like, oh no, this is not working out. But if you can really like focus on the process and now the outcome, I know the outcome will be beautiful. That was one advice. Another one that really stuck with me was like, at least put up a fight. And that's like, when you really work, when you really like try to stop your bad habit, it's a very, very, very powerful seed. It's a very, very powerful seed that can stop a really bad habit or addiction. So like, we all know our worst afflictions. And when you're just like ready to pop, like, just try to stop it. Try to fight it for 10 seconds, for 5 seconds. And that's a very, very powerful seed. And the other one I want to share is don't poison your lojong, your practice of opening your heart. It was don't poison the food. It means don't mess up the practice of opening your heart, of developing a good heart with this self-sharing attitude or feeling like arrogance, like, oh no, I'm the teacher or I'm the organizer. I'm the main presenter of Pitch News, blah, blah, blah. You poison your practice of developing your good heart with this self-cherishing or arrogance attitude.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you, Okay, we were studying this time a lot about developing a good heart, right? It's interesting, and you and I were talking about this, how sometimes studying this content, the seed system and emptiness, is like a big puzzle where you have different little pieces, you put them all together. So developing a good heart is one, and it's beautiful, is one of them. And we were talking sometimes about this other aspect of developing a healthy self-esteem, sometimes called Nagyal. So what's your take on that? Because many of us, we were talking about that, yes, in one hand, you are supposed to be, let's say, some of the advices tell you, no, don't take the spot, try to serve it quietly. But some other advices then say like, no, you have to go out to the world. You have to be proud of yourself in a healthy way, be self-confident that you're helping people, be happy of the good things you're doing, and be a light or a good example for other people. How do you personally combine these two ideas? Like, oh no, don't let anybody know what you're doing, but at the same time, be a good example for the whole world. You know what I'm saying, no?
Yeah.
What's your idea of this?
That's a good one, Juan. I think it's difficult to find a balance
Mhm.
because then you can like misinterpret the Loyang teachings and like have like a low self-esteem and don't be like empowered. So I think it's all based really on compassion. I think you have to develop this like empowerment and be like this great teacher. Just like Geshe Michael is a perfect example, but your power is based on your kindness and how you treat and how you serve others. So sometimes you have to just like, I think it's a balance. It's kind of like a really artful practice.
It's a practice. Yeah. No,
sometimes you can go to one stream or to the other.
No, I definitely think you guys did an amazing job, and I'm very happy to see what's happening, especially what's coming up also for Latin America, because now you are planning a tour that is going to be visiting different countries. You're going to be sharing this beautiful system. Also, DCI happens to be planning a different tour and creating this documentary. So I think definitely cool things are happening for this region in the world. We will get to know more about it. Thank you very much, Aldo, for sharing. We will have you later again, so we can talk more about the details on the tour. For now, we have another special guest that wants to share with us what's happening a little bit north from here in the beautiful mountains of the desert of Arizona. We're gonna go with Sunam. Is she around?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm around.
Hello, Sunam.
Hi, Juan. Greetings.
How are you?
Hello, I'm fine. And I admire your beautiful background on the wall.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. No, it's a wonderful space here in Guadalajara, Mexico. Here, many classes, yoga teachings, meditations are happening. And we are very, very happy, very, very honored to be able to be using this space. And if people want to come to Guadalajara, you can get to come and check it out.
Yeah.
And how are you? How's going over there? You're planning big things, I know.
Yes, we are planning big things. And today I don't want to talk about retreats, which is Diamond Mountain is known for. I want to talk about the vision of reshaping the earth, regreening it. Like Daniel said, that it is not a desert anymore. Marina, can you share the first slide with us?
I think it's gonna be John sharing the...
Or Chodio?
Yes, the pictures.
Thank you so much. So we had a beautiful project in the last 2 years, which was implemented by Sky Harvest. Thank you, Marina. And they planted trees and also sow a lot of seeds for future trees. Back. Reshaping the earth, please. And it's a vision which benefits the world, which benefits everybody. We had an incredible summer with heat, with floods, with everything. And this vision of reshaping the earth to make it a green place will really benefit everybody, but it takes a lot of patience. So the next step of the project is what we call reshaping the earth. And what we do is shown in the next slide. We slow the water down so that it stays longer on the earth and that it can really permeate into the soil, and so that the trees and the bushes, everybody has more water. We do it at the top of our land. If you are familiar with the terrain, it shows the Sky Dome on the right side and the Llama House on the left side. And we have picked a few washes where we build loose rock dams so that when it is raining, the water slows down and can go into the earth, and in the long term benefit all the plants. Next slide, please. So here you can see we had already a beautiful crew out here of 20 teenagers, which built in 2 days 45 of these loose rock dams. Next slide, please. And so here we want to invite you to come in August, in 2 weeks from now, and help us to build these loose rock dams. So we pick you up at the airport, we feed you, we give you housing, and you donate your skills and help to reshape the earth and benefit everybody in this world by changing the plants, by changing the climate. I also post the link into the chat if the QR code is not working for you. But we are not only invite you to help us, we also have a beautiful summit going on. The next slide, please. Back other direction. Yeah, other direction. There should be another one which is called the Summit Online, Marina. So we have a beautiful summit organized. Every day we have 2 classes during that time. And we have an incredible speaker lining up. Oh, Marina, you missed it. So I do it on the talking line. But it's the same QR code. So we have invited plenty of people who talk about how you can reshape the earth from ancient wisdom to, this is really very old school knowledge to build these loose rock dams, from experts from the University of Arizona, experts from the Borderland Reforestation Networks, from Sky Harvest. Also, we have somebody from the San Carlos Apache tribe. So we are combining all of this knowledge with 2 talks per day. And then you know how to do it and you can apply it in your own backyard as well. So please sign up to learn about how you can really benefit all beings by starting in your backyard, or come to Diamond Mountain and help us to reshape the earth in Diamond Mountain. And yes, there are lots of retreats going on as well. So if you want to check out which programs we offer otherwise, check our event site.
Thank you, Sunam, very much. So yeah, I've been there. Do you remember? I went for the Sky Harvest first session with some of our friends also from Mexico. Aldo was organizing that, Pachi, some other people here from Mexico. It's wonderful. I have had the beautiful opportunity to work there for a little while in Diamond Mountain. It's an amazing place. Also to do meditation retreats there. I really encourage people to go there. And what they are planning to do with the earth, with the environment, it's gonna be wonderful. I definitely think it's a very, very worth it project. So check it out. They can find definitely more information at the website. So check it out. Thank you, Sunam, very much.
Thank you
I
for
hope to see
having
you
me.
soon again. See you later.
See you later.
Yeah, we are going back to Daniel. He's gonna talk to you about a very cool, interesting thing that happened in the Mexico retreat, because not only it was all about teachings in the traditional format, but also we had a very, very special event. Two of our friends had a double wedding. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Daniel? And then we have a special video.
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, I just want to thank you again, Sunam, for joining us. Don't miss your chance to go and help, whether you're a teenager or not. Aldo and Juan are not teenagers, so you guys can go out there and help move those rocks. It's a great opportunity.
Daniel, I count you in.
Yeah, I'm a teenager for life, so all right, so thank you. So but like Juan was saying, our next segment is about planting a different kind of seeds. It's the seeds for how to find a partner. So it's a really beautiful story. We were lucky enough at the retreat in Guadalajara earlier this month, or actually earlier in July. Geshe-la was he gave the vows for a double wedding. And so we wanted to give you a behind the scenes look at the two brides and the system that they use. They use the seed system to plant their partner. And it's a really beautiful and unique story. So let's go right over to our little video segment so you guys can see all about that.
Hello, Fernanda and Ai. Thank you for being here. You just had your wedding. If you can tell us about it.
We had similar stories about relationships. We were single, trying to find a partner. So we were like, oh, that's a similar story to mine. We can work together.
And because I know you, I know that you are super into using the 4 steps, which is admirable. So is it like that then after hearing each other's story, you just decide, let's do the 4 steps together? Or what happened?
For me, I tried to find my father because I didn't grow up with him. So I find my father. He now lives by himself. I decided to visit him and plan my partner. We did 4 steps.
Yeah, at the beginning we were just karmic partners for projects, for business.
Yeah, what happened? What happened that one day you say, who told each other like, hey, now let's do the partner thing? And then what did you do?
We start the list of the characteristics of our ideal partner.
And that was step number 1. But then what did you do? Did you plant each of the qualities individually, or did you just focus in the general thing? What did you do? Step number 1, and then?
For me, I realized the most important was the commitment, the one that I was missing in my other relationships. So I really focused on planting the commitment seed, like helping others, being on time. If I say I will do something, do it. I was taking my aunt to have coffee every Monday. So I was like, every Monday I have to be there for her. Like really work on the commitment because I was missing that.
Every Friday we get together to have fun and do tattoo and talk about our projects.
How was your experience, particularly with that step number 4, rejoicing?
For me, the best teacher of Tartuk is Per.
That's amazing.
So we help each other to recognize the good seeds we are planting during the time we are working together,
Okay.
And we try to do something fun.
Okay, so you get together to rejoice. It's not necessarily you do it before going to bed, but you get together just to rejoice.
Well, I think also.
Or you do both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's important to do every day. So.
But you know what? I really see that when we do this Tartuk together, like seeds ripening
Really fast.
very fast. Like, it's very powerful. Like,
Maybe because I can see that you get excited if you're with your friends, and maybe the excitement is an important element about it.
Happiness is really important.
Amazing. How did the seed ripen? Where did you first meet your partners? What were you doing? And then how did you start connecting more and more until 2 days or 3 days ago, where you just had a beautiful wedding here?
So I started a reading club, and one of my friends bring a friend, and this friend was Mike.
Okay.
And he was in my reading club. We were a really close group. It was really amazing, everyone achieving their goals. And then just when we finished the book, the timing was also perfect. And I went to SCIM to have this learning on addictions, and she was starting a course on addictions. So I told my reading club, all the classmates, like, Anaí is a great teacher, and she's going to start a course of addictions, so you should join. And one of the students was Mike,
Wow.
her now husband.
Wow. What's your general advice for people who really want to find a partner and to have a successful ripening of a relationship?
I will say, first of all, buy the Karma of Love book.
Okay.
Then make your list.
Okay.
To have clear what is the meaning for each characteristic of your partner.
Very cool. And you, Fer, have any other thing in mind?
Find the deep cause of, maybe you can also find your obstacles, like what is blocking you from having this result. Like for me, it was the commitment seed. So I had to work really hard on that one. So you can also find what is stopping you from getting the result. Like maybe you can go deeper, you can meditate on your deeper causes. And I is an expert on finding the deeper cause of your problem, of your goal.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, and thank you for having us at the party.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Best
much.
wishes. Bye.
Yeah, all right. That looks fun. Quick shout out to Gina. She's our tech pro behind the table in Mexico. Gina, if you could bring up Rob Haggerty, that would be great. Oh, and our friend Jack, he's here in the studio helping us out right now. There's Mr. Haggerty, yay! And also, how you doing, Rob?
Great.
Good to see you, man.
Hello.
And we have our very special guests. Please say your names. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Irina. My name Tatiana.
Okay, so we'll talk to them in a second, but I want to go to Rob and say, Rob, tell us a little bit about what these fine people are doing here and how you got them here.
Yeah. Hi guys, I miss you.
Yeah, I will miss you too.
Yeah.
Waiting you're here.
Yeah, so great to see you. When the right before the conflict in Ukraine started, I decided to ride my bicycle actually down the California coast. And along the way, I ended up meeting this guy from the Ukraine. He was actually going the opposite direction on all the way up the Highway 1 through California. So I kind of was like, we waved at each other, and we ended up meeting at a campground. And we ended up spending a couple days together riding our bicycles down to Los Angeles. And then when the conflict started, I think everyone, just as citizens or humans, wanted to do something about it. So immediately, everyone in all of the worldview organizations sort of kicked into gear. People started raising money. A WhatsApp group started in order for people to get some information. And for me, I was able to get my friend part of those organizations, so he actually could sort of get some help and resources. And so all of us from our own side in small ways started to help. Fast forward, Geshe Michael took it upon himself, along with the other worldview organizations, to sort of want to support and sponsor four students, four beautiful, amazing people from Ukraine to come over and start their life all over again. And so I got involved just from the beginning, from helping one person. It turned into us sort of helping these guys sort of rebuild their life. So that's kind of where we are right now.
Oh, fantastic. That's amazing that you really took control. It's something that it's inspiring that events on a world level can be affected by us in a very real way. So it's inspiring. Thank you for doing that. So I'd like to ask you, what was your inspiration to leave? What was the situation? What did you want to change in your life?
First of all, we are really very happy to be here, and we are grateful for everyone. We are here, first of all, in a safety place. And why we are here? As soon we have got this invitation from our teacher to be here, we took this chance to be here, to serve, and to continue our study. The first reason why we are here, because we have this chance. Yes. Я хочу тобі перекласти питання. Питання було, чому ми тут? Чому ми вирішили переїхати?
Коли, перш за все, я хотіла подякувати Майклу Роучу, всій нашій спільній команді за таку можливість. Коли отримала запрошення, для мене це було перш за все зміни в житті. Те, що зараз в нашій країні, на жаль, не дає тої змоги самореалізуватися. І дуже хотілося бути потрібною, перш за все. Там теж були ці...
Я перекладу. First of all, I want to also to say thank you for all of us. First of all, for Geshe-la and all our team. And for me, it's first of all, it's a good opportunity to be helpful. And unfortunately, the situation in our country is not good now to realize some project, you know. And here I do believe I will find the way to realize myself and my wishes and all my projects together with all together with this team.
Sounds great. Great. And so, Mr. Haggerty, what can we do to help? What can we do to support this project?
Yeah, there's so many ways in which you can help. Money being one of them, but that's not all of them. Anyone can offer, like, especially if you're in Arizona, actually, sometimes just connecting with these guys. They work at the Peachtree Cafe. So you can go down where you guys are right now and say hi. It's an amazing experience because I forgot what it was like to start from the beginning with nothing. There wasn't even a spoon. I would joke with them. There wasn't even a spoon in the apartment. So reach out to them on Telegram, reach out to them on Instagram, give them a ride, be supportive. We also have a way, we've started a GoFundMe page. So far, we've raised about $15,000. And that's to cover all of the expenses for somebody for these four. There's actually two more coming, which is, if you see in the picture, that's Olga and her son Ivan. And they'll be joining us as soon as their paperwork kind of comes through and is straightened out. School supplies. So right there, you can actually go to the GoFundMe page and you can donate any amount, and that will go towards their living expenses. That could be towards rent, electricity, like we have to buy pencils, everything that you can imagine to start over, we're providing them with. But not only that, we're providing them with an opportunity to start working and build their life back up. And so if there's something else that you want to help with, my email's right there. You can reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to work with you and figure out some way that we can really help these guys start their lives over.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you. That's wonderful. So in closing, I just want to say, what are you most excited about now that you're here? What are your dreams?
Перш за все хочу спитати, чим ви тут захоплені і які ваші мрії? As for me, you know, I feel that I have a new opportunity to get extremely new experience and new information here. You know, I used to work at the office before in a big trading company, and I know quite well how to manage. But you know what I want? And at least even this morning in this studio, I found the good project for myself to go and to plant the trees, you know. And I really want to work with the plants, trees, and you know, you see your results, you know. When the tree grows, you see the results. And for here, I'm open for extremely new experience, not what I had before. And in order to get as much as I can, in order to go back to my country and to apply all this knowledge and all this experience in my country after.
Great.
Okay. Тетяна, а щодо тебе, які в тебе мрії?
Перш за все, я дуже зворушена тою турботою, яку ми тут отримуємо.
First of all, I'm very excited about all this support we have here from all of you.
Ми маємо все необхідне, що потрібно нам саме в цю хвилину.
We have all what we need in accommodation, what we need, everything we have. Thank you very much.
У 2014 році, коли я залишилася без бізнесу,
In 2014, as soon I lost my business,
я познайомилася із знаннями алмазної мудрості.
I met diamond wisdom, knowledge and teaching.
І це дуже круто змінило моє життя.
And this has changed my life extremely.
До цих пір я не уявляла, що це може бути.
Before I even couldn't imagine that it could be.
Але дякуючи цьому, я стала займатися благодійною діяльністю.
And thanks to all this knowledge and teachings, I started to realize myself through charity job and work.
Я переймалася питаннями дитячих будинків і людей золотого віку.
And I care the orphans, yes, children's house, and also nursery house, as we call it, golden age people.
І мені дуже хотілося саме тут продовжити свою діяльність.
And I want to continue my realization through this even here.
В мене була можливість, і я познайомилася вже з деякими парами такого віку.
And we have a good opportunity to meet even here older people here, and they are now our friends.
І саме зараз я не знаю, на жаль, я не знаю зараз мову.
Unfortunately, I don't speak English well.
Але тут і зараз я можу смачно готувати.
But right now, right here, I have opportunity to realize myself through cooking to the people.
І в мене дуже величезне бажання зробити життя людей золотого віку смачним, корисним і правильним.
And my idea to create the world through tasting kitchen and healthy and wealthy.
Nice, great. Well, I'm really excited for what the future holds for you, and the best of luck, and we'll be here for you to support you in all
Thank you
ways.
very much.
You're very welcome. And
Thank
all
you.
right, Hags, thanks for your time, and thanks for doing what you do, man. And we'll see you back here. And our heart goes out to you and your family. And
Thank you.
we'll see you soon, okay?
Okay.
See
Love
you.
you guys.
All right, love you too, man.
Yep.
See you.
All right, so what do we got next? Is it, we're gonna go back to Juan and back in Mexico, and there you go. Take it away, Juan.
Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's wonderful. I have had the chance to also be at the Peachtree Cafe and to see everything that is happening there. It's a very small town there, but I think just the impact of the projects that are happening there is transforming the place into a very, very, very special place. So thank you. Thank you for everything you guys are doing over there. Okay, here we are again with Aldo. And he and other people are organizing this idea to travel to South America. The idea is cooking, but we want to hear very quickly why. What's the main idea behind this project? And I think little by little in the course of weeks, you're gonna be sharing more with us. So yes, what's your vision?
Yeah, we're still cooking it. We're very, very excited. We're planning this tour, but our vision, well, there's, I think, 458 million Spanish Native American speaking people. So I think there's like this ocean of people that can use this wisdom. So our goal is just to go there and to spread the wisdom. And our long-term vision is to see this wisdom spread like a virus and really change the world. And like with Green Stretch Pen, you know, this amazing project you guys presented last episode, it's now like spreading in the schools and to the children and in the government, and that's what we want. And it happened the first time Geshe Michael came here like 10 years ago, and now it's spreading in the schools. So that's our vision. We want this wisdom of seeds to spread like a virus.
That's awesome. A good virus of happiness and wisdom.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So speaking of that, we have a special section. Geshe Michael sent us a special video we want to share with you. This section is gonna be called Geshe Michael's Wisdom. So let's share the video he prepared for us, especially speaking of the wisdom. Ya me puedes quitar.
Hi, this is Geshe Michael Roach. Welcome to the Peachtree World News. I'm at home pre-recording this the morning before your show because my wife, Veronica, had a total knee replacement about a week ago. And I've been the nurse and the cook at home, and everything's going well. And I just have to stay home for a couple of weeks here. This is the time of year when I usually hide for about a month and finish the translations of one of the great books that our team is translating in the Mixed Nuts organization in the Diamond Cutter Classics. And this month, I've been trying to hide maybe some of you have been trying to reach me, but I've been hiding and working very hard on Nick Lashaw's text. Nick Lashaw for 7 years worked on text by Arya Nagarjuna from almost 2,000 years ago. This is one of the oldest texts we're doing. And Nagarjuna is tough, a very difficult text. And he wrote a lot of works. He's most famous for his poetry. And of course, because he's an Arya, he saw emptiness directly. he touched the diamond world directly. He's probably the most famous person who ever did that. And then he wrote wonderful books about it. And one particular set of books, it's called the 6 Books of Nagarjuna. It's actually called Riksog Truk, which means the 6 books of logic. And I like to call it the 6 books on the logic of emptiness, because what he's doing in those 6 books is proving the idea of emptiness to different people. And we chose, not one of the more famous books. He's very famous, Nagarjuna is very famous for a book called Wisdom, called The Rude Text on Wisdom. And he's very, very famous for that. And he's also famous for some letters that he wrote to kings, which are very, very famous. We are translating now one of those with Nick, which is called the String of Precious Jewels, Ratnamala or Ratnavali. And then we are working on another text. As you know, I've been teaching wisdom according to a commentary for several years. We're working on those. But this book that we finished with Nick, just this week, just yesterday actually, it's called the 60 Verses on Logic of Emptiness, or How to Prove Emptiness. And it's not the most famous of Nagarjuna's works, but it is amazing. It's totally amazing. I'm working on it for 7 years with Nick. By the way, if it's a news show, my job today is to tell you something new or the news that's going on. And to me, the most amazing news is that after 7 years, we finished this book. And I thought you might like to get an introduction to the book. You might like to know a little bit about the book. And I think the reason that it's not the most famous book by Arya Nagarjuna is that it's so difficult. It's quite difficult. And I think perhaps people didn't really understand it. Nagarjuna was famous that people didn't understand him. And of course, he taught about emptiness, and people misunderstood it for many centuries to think that he meant that nothing exists or nothing matters, or it's not important to be a nice person or a good person. And, these are the common misunderstandings of Nagarjuna's writing about emptiness. And actually, as you well know, the idea of emptiness means that there's nothing around us. I'm looking at some beautiful flowers right now. People have been bringing beautiful flowers for Veronica. And by the way, thank you for that and for all the help we've gotten from people. And these flowers, actually they're coming from seeds in my mind, like a pen. And emptiness means there's no flowers in my hand, which are not coming from my mind. And that's the only meaning of emptiness. And in Nagarjuna's time, people had misunderstood emptiness for about 700 years. And, it was a big obstacle for him to overcome, to try to help people understand what emptiness really was. And we're so lucky to have this book. It's very, very deep. We have translated an explanation by Gyaltsabje, and he's the #1 student of Tsongkhapa. And he wrote a difficult explanation of a difficult book. And Nick, Lasha, and myself, we worked really hard on it for 7 years, and we finished it. During that process, because of John Brady's team's hard work, the Diamond Cutter Classics Sources, which is the ALL project, we were able to find a copy of Gyaltsabje's notes, his personal notes. And these are personal notes he took when he was sitting in a teaching by his teacher, Tsongkhapa, about this book by Nagarjuna. So we are so lucky to have these personal notes that were taken by Gyaltsab Je on this book. And we decided to translate those also. And it was a big job. And it was hard to find good manuscripts. John Brady's team at ALL did a good job and got us manuscripts. So we were able to do that. So this is a beautiful book now. It's just about ready. And it's my job, my pleasant job, always to do an introduction. And before we publish the book, we will have an introduction. And then it's my pleasant job, 2 years from now, I will take that book and make it into a DCI level. And it'll be a very deep business success level based on this 2,000-year-old book. And that it's not a religious teaching. It's not a, I don't know, it's not Buddhist teaching. It's a business teaching from Nagarjuna's book. And everybody in the world likes them. Many people in the world are using those manuals from DCI, where we take the ancient books of Asia and we turn them into success manuals for business success or personal success. So, you know, since I'm on the Peachtree World News Show today, and I'm giving you guys my personal news, and I really enjoy being on the show. Thank you, Daniel, Hasso, Johnny O. Thank you, all the team, for asking me to be on the show. And I thought you might like to take a look at the manuscript. It's still got some rough spots, but this is what I've been working on. I'm going to show it to you here. Here it is. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, good. And I'll get Geshe Michael bigger for you guys. Okay, and let's go through here. So here's the book. Let me change the view for you. Let's do it this way. Okay, good. So here's the new book. It's called Nothing is the Way It Seems, the 60 Verses of Nagarjuna. And it's a deep, deep teaching about how emptiness was first taught 2,500 years ago. And there's the commentary by Gyaltsab Je. His name is Dharma Rinchen, but he's not, it doesn't mean Dharma like teaching. It's just a personal name in Tibetan language. Okay, and the root text. There's a nice carving of Nagarjuna. I like it. He's got these nagas over his head, and he was sort of a master of these dragons, or it's a tradition, they say that. Here's the table of contents. It's not finished yet, but it gives you the different topics in this book, and they're very deep and very long. The book itself is going to be about, I think, 500 pages, or maybe a little bit less. There's only one ancient commentary on this book, and that was taught by Master Chandakirti. So you can kind of tell that, you know, in the diamond business, we say that you can tell if a stone is real. For example, jade, when you are checking jade to see if it's real, the first test you do as a gemologist is to check the quality of the sculptor. If the sculptor was extremely skilled, then it's more likely that the stone is genuine, because they don't give good stone to lousy carvers, okay? And good carvers don't work on fake stone. So what you've got here is Master Chandakirti, the author of some of the most famous books on emptiness ever, who also did a he did the only ancient commentary on this book, and we used that also. We used it a lot. So there's some details of the book. There's a dedication to Aaron and Veronica. And then these are my notes for the introduction. And something happened to me while I wrote it, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. I wanted to see what kind of impact this book made in the 2,000 years after it was written. So I went to John Brady's database and I checked how many times this book was quoted in the last 2,000 years, who quoted it, and what part did they quote. So Nagarjuna, 2,000 years ago, he was hoping that people would understand emptiness. And you can kind of track using John Brady's database, you can see how much of this teaching made it across the 2,000 years. What kind of ideas of Nagarjuna survived for 2,000 years? What kind of ideas were used by people in the last 2,000 years? Was he successful in trying to spread the idea of emptiness to more people through this book? And we can tell that from John Brady's database because we can search the ancient books and we can see what stuff survived. I thought you might like to know, there's one quotation that survived for 2,000 years. And it was quoted just about 20 times in later years, okay? And I'm gonna go through there quick. Let's see here. These are all the quotations that survived. Hang on just a second. Okay, this is the one verse that survived. And it says, we observe what we call the wearing out or coming to a rest from the simple wearing out of the cause. And that's a very, very important idea. And he's talking about how are we ever going to stop all our negativities? You see, we get upset, we get impatient, we get frustrated, we get unhappy. And he says, look, if you want that to stop, I'll tell you something, you cannot stop it. You don't stop things. In this verse, this is the verse that survived for 2,000 years. This became the most popular verse from this book. And it says, your negativities, your anger, your upset, impatient with people, desire for things, it's not going to wear out on its own, okay? It doesn't happen like that. You cannot stop it, okay? You can't say, I'm going to stop my impatience with other people. You have to wear out the cause, okay? That's the one idea that survived for 2,000 years. And what's the cause is misunderstanding where things are coming from. It's not understanding emptiness. These flowers are coming from seeds in my mind. And the irritating people I meet, the people that I get upset at, they're also coming from seeds in my own mind. I cannot stop all the people who make me upset. I cannot stop all the things in my life that make me upset. This verse says, you cannot stop it. You have to stop the cause. You have to wear out the cause. And when the cause wears out, then the upset will wear out and you'll be a happy person all day, okay? How to wear out that? You have to wear out misunderstanding, okay? Not understanding the flowers are coming from seeds. People we meet that we're upset at also come from seeds. If you want to wear out those people, then you have to, if you want to wear out your anger or your negative emotions, you have to wear out the cause. When the cause wears out, the thing wears out. What's the cause? We don't understand that things are coming from us. They're coming from our own seeds. That's the one message from this book that survived for 2,000 years. And I think it's a great message for the Peachtree Cafe today. That's all I have for you guys. We're kind of out of time. But thank you for tuning in to Peachtree World News. And I hope to see you at the next episode. Thank you. And thank you, you guys, for Daniel, Hasso, Johnny, for all your hard work to make this show work. Thank you. Bye.
Yay. Thank you, Geshe-la. Thank you for teaching us. Please stay and please keep teaching.
Well, that's our show for today. We want to thank everyone who came. We want to thank Irina and Tatiana and Mr. Haggerty. We want to thank Bob from YSI and
Jack at the tech table.
Jack at the tech table.
And Anatol for helping with the subtitles, and Gina and Rocio and Julie at the Monasterio in Guadalajara, the recording studio over there. Thank you guys all for helping us with the show. We couldn't do it without you. And like Geshe Michael says, we hope to see you on the next show. When's the next show, John?
It's in 3 weeks.
August 22nd. So it will be 3 weeks from today, Tuesday. So keep an eye out on our Instagram page for the flyer for that and the QR code. If you're not following our Instagram, please go to Peachtree World News, and also follow us on YouTube at the Peachtree World News. You can subscribe to all the past episodes, and we have them in many different languages.
Super. Well, we appreciate you all, and it's really our pleasure to bring you everything that's going on in our worldview organizations. And it's really, it's an honor to be a part of everything that's going on. So that's all we got.
Yeah, our pleasure. We'll see you guys next time. Send us your stories.
All right. Take care. Be good.